Good day or good evening, whatever time it is that you're watching this video. I woke up with a pretty profoundly loud message for somebody in the collective this morning. Spirit came through saying that you have no idea the reach that you have. You have no idea how effective your words are that you use. And just by one person hearing what you're saying affects a great amount of people, because you affect that person, and then that person takes the wisdom and spreads it around the people that they're around. It's like a chain reaction. And Spirit is saying that you're not quite comprehending just how potent your creation is. And they want to bring this to your true and your official awareness at this time. After this card came out, I went into almost like a trance. And what needed to come out came out through automatic writing. So once again, I'll go ahead and read that to you now before we go any further. It says, your reach is far greater than you can even begin to imagine. You make parallel timelines shudder at the words that you speak, causing them to fall away like dust off a beaten rug. Just a sheer utterance from your mouth can cause destruction for some and enlightenment for others. The times this is most potent is when you think no one is listening at all. You are going to begin to see this more and more now that we have pointed this out for you. Words are power, thoughts are power, your consciousness is even greater. It's up to you as to how you wish to proceed. And that's all that came through on the automatic writing. And I think that's all that needed to come through. Pretty powerful message for this person in the collective at this time. And just as I ended that reading session, I had looked up and I saw a bird on my TV, because I often play music while I'm doing these readings, and I saw the ibis. And I'm sure you already know who the ibis represents. Now, this energy that's coming through here, it's very expansive. I could see you really coming to terms with just how expansive these thought forms are for you, and just how effective they are. With you sitting here with your finger up to your chin, almost in an awe and a wonderment about what is being created around you. Perhaps you hadn't really taken a moment to take a step back and observe. Just like how the lion lays there and observes as well, holding all that knowledge and wisdom, but taking a look around and seeing what he or she is creating, observing it, noticing it. I have 2 other decks out here that I was guided to use in this reading as well. I was guided to shuffle them, and when they told me to stop, I stopped and I put them down. And so I'll be drawing off the tops of these cards. My eye is going to this burst, this sunburst here over the apex of the pyramid. And it speaks to me of how you are very connected with that solar plexus energy, with that source energy, with that solar energy. Yeah. Intelligence. No shit, Sherlock. You're a very highly intelligent person. Not only in the physical 3D reality. But you hold a lot of intelligence within your mentee as far as spiritual aspects go as well. And you're also very loving about it as well, with the fact that this is Hathor. This is representing Hathor here. And being able to use that intelligence that you have about you to gently speak things into existence within a collective, whether they're like-minded or not. And this is how you use your intelligence to decipher as well, because different strokes for different folks, right? You have to handle different people. Everybody's different. There's different ways of handling all these other different people. Each individualized aspect of Source has to be handled just the same, and you know this. Now we have Osiris with death and rebirth. And this leads me back to, I kind of wanted to see this dude's face still. But this Osiris card brings me back to that part of the automatic writing there that says, just a sheer utterance from your mouth can cause destruction for some and enlightenment for others. You're the cause of many deaths within the collective. But after those deaths occur, you are triggering enlightenment for them as well. And this kind of potent energy that you are working with is massively expansive. I mean, being able to make parallel timelines shudder is a great and powerful tool. Because a lot of those timelines are not in alignment with where the human consciousness is trying to go. See that? Change. That's why you do this with the timelines, because it causes the necessary changes to occur. These parallel timelines have to fall away. They can't be all mixed up in that quantum field, because it causes confusion. It causes dead ends, is what I'm hearing. And you understand that in order to reach your highest timeline, all these other false parallels must fall, must be knocked off like the dust off of a beaten rug, just like it said in the automatic writing. So, I'm wondering what else Spirit wants to tell this person at this time. There we go. There's thus discernment guidance, just like I mentioned the ibis on my TV earlier. It says, apply discernment in your judgments, evaluate situations carefully, and make informed choices, avoiding rushing decisions. And take time to consider all options. Just like we were talking about those parallel timelines, and it being brought to your attention that this is in fact what you were doing. This is confirmation for you. The Spirit is saying to take the time to have consideration of all the options, because you're dealing with the quantum parallel realities. Take the time to have that discernment. And don't be too quick to judge others around you as well, is what I'm hearing with this card. And avoid rushing. Oftentimes, when you feel like you're pressed for time and you're trying to get something done quickly, the more you rush, the more mistakes happen. And I'm going to go ahead and use my analogy once again. I've used this before here on my channel. Imagine yourself at the checkout stand at the store. You know how Usually we bag our own shit now. And there's tons of people in line behind you, and you're starting to feel the pressure to get the hell out of the way. And the more you rush, the more you drop all your groceries on the floor instead of hitting the bag, instead of getting them in the bag. Now, had you just taken your time and kind of ignored the fact that there's all these people behind you, it would have taken less time to really concentrate and to really actually take your time and make sure all the groceries go into the bag, rather than rushing through it and dropping all of the groceries on the floor. Now I'm seeing eggs falling on the floor, breaking all over the place. Now there's a giant mess, all because you felt like you needed to rush. You felt like you needed to rush, but you didn't. And you don't now. And that's what Spirit is saying here. What else, Spirit? Sorry, I had a little bit of an interruption here. My sweet child has woken up as I'm doing this very early in the morning. But the next card that came out was Sobek's Balance. And before I even read this one, Sobek is the crocodile-headed deity. And just as I was talking about taking your time, that's what the crocodile represents for me. Being able to lie in the waters, still in the stillness, hiding, camouflaging, and being what? Very, very patient. Because they know that next meal is coming right to them. Because they use the law of attraction rather than the law of hunt. And this card says, strive for balance in your daily life. Manage your time and energy effectively to avoid burnout. Incorporate both work and relaxation into your routine for overall well-being. So, Spirit is not bringing you this message to cause you to feel like you need to rush into things, first and foremost. And Spirit wants you to avoid burnout, because I'm hearing that knowing all of this that came out, being reminded or whatever with this automatic writing, and realizing the reach that you actually have here, they don't want you to get burnt out, because they know that once you know that, you're going to work 50 times harder. And so this message of taking your time with this creation, taking your time and basking in this solar energy is very important. Because when we create from a place of burnout, it's just like that analogy that I use of people being in the store and trying to bag their items way too quickly. It ends up creating a mess rather than cohesion. And so you're being asked to have a balance there between the work and the relaxation in your life. And perhaps you already do these things, but this routine is best for your overall well-being. And I'm hearing there's one more. There's Osiris. It says, consider the impact you want to leave behind. You can't make this shit up. Focus on creating a positive legacy through your actions and choices. Engage activities that contribute to your long-term goals and your values. Put that right above that change card. Spirit says that it's not only the words that you speak, but it's also the actions that you do on a daily basis that influences people. You're an influencer. You influence creation. You influence death and rebirth to cause the changes by using your intelligence. And Spirit is reminding you to really take the time to consider. See how he's really thinking about this? the impact that you want to leave behind. This is Osirus Legacy Guidance. You're leaving a legacy behind. Not only for the general population, but I'm hearing now for your family lines as well. So really take the time to consider what it is that you want to leave behind as a legacy. What do you want to bring to the table? And I'm hearing, what kind of ancestor do you want to become for those who will be here in the future? Keep up with that balance there. Managing your daily life between the works and the relaxation. So namaste to you. Many blessings to you. And thank you so much for all this consideration within your creation. We truly appreciate you. You know what else I appreciate? Everybody on this channel for allowing the space-time for these messages to come out and occur. I truly, truly appreciate that. I have so much gratitude in my heart for each and every one of you. And the individualized aspects of the source energy that has been shown to me over these last months, especially. I can't thank you guys enough. I'm feeling the energy lifting at this time, and I'm going to go ahead and leave this reading here. Thank you so much for being here. Until next time, I love you. Bye.